Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, the mysterious cameraman, and today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Lotus. I've already spoken about this in a few videos before, but I feel like I have to bring it up again because not much has gone down since the original trailer. In the early 2021, the film Spider-Man Lotus was released on the YouTube channel, which the entire Everything's Going Down on. After that, the cast was revealed and other things about it. A few months later, the official teaser trailer was released, and a month and a half later, the official trailer. After that, a few short videos were released, and even some of the themes of the film. At that point, a lot of people thought that there was going to be so much more coming out about the film, so much hype preparing for the summer of 2022 when it was planned to release. Even IMDb has even its own section for it, which I know isn't terribly impressive, but that film has so much money going into it. Before I begin speaking about what's gone down since, a few months ago I made a video breaking down the trailer, and a week ago I spoke about all of these Marvel fan films. But today I'm really going into depth about just Spider-Man Lotus. In early 2021, they released the announcement for it and kind of explained the name for it and some of the comics would be based on, like The Kid Who Collects Spider-Man and The Night Gwen Stacy Died. These are two influential comic books because The Night Gwen Stacy Died is one of the most popular comic books because it kills off Spider-Man's, his girlfriend. And that isn't something comic books would ever do because that isn't something that anyone thought would ever be able to happen until that book. That's why that book is so important. And then The Kid Who Collected Spider-Man is also based off this, which is a cool thing, and I think it fits perfectly with the story it's going for. This story is a lot like what The Amazing Spider-Man 3 would have been, and I think that is so cool how it is focusing on how Gwen Stacy's dead and so many of those other factors. Because we've never seen a Spider-Man movie somewhat like this. Because both the Garfield and Maguire trilogies were kind of alike, but the Tom Holland was a bit different. But this one is really so much different than any of those formulas. And just something I think is so cool about a story like that. And yeah, that's why I just think it's cool in that way, because I've never seen something like it. And then they released a few music tracks, which was cool after the official trailer was so much hype going on it, the Real Rejects talking about it and so many other things. There weren't any other videos posted on the channel, which was sort of surprising because of how much hype was going into it, compared to some of the other fan film projects that are being made right now, like Spider-Man Reborn, which hasn't had any news for it for 2 months. Which is sort of like Lotus. Because both Reborn and Lotus haven't had so much detail coming out about it for a few weeks now, which is months even. Which is really surprising because that's never really happened for a fan film before. And then further, there are so many other things that are factors going into it. You never really know how it's going to go down, which is kind of scary as well, seeing how well these films should really be doing. Compared to some of the other things, it has been so popular, Spider-Man Lotus, and that is something I feel could really be built upon, which is kind of annoying how nothing's come out about it for so long. I feel like so much could go on for it, and I don't know how much really has. The official poster was released, which is, again, as I spoke about, is so cool, and it does reveal a lot about the film. For example, it does reveal the cast, obviously, but it does reveal, Spider-Man, Green Goblin, who's the villain, Gwen Stacy, MJ, which is interesting how both are in the film, and I hope it's balanced well, and the Kid Who Collects Spider-Man, because that's, a lot of cool plot lines. There's also been a lot of set images, things like that have been spoken about. Earlier in this video, I spoke about IMDb, which already has its own page for Spider-Man Lotus. But yeah, it's like cool, but like I can't wait to see how it releases. And some of the people who worked on it are people like Warren Wayne and Sean Thomas Reed, Maxwell Fox Andrews, and some of those other people who like appear a lot in this film. And it's so interesting how like it explains it, because like, yeah, it's just weird because that is a lot going into it. And there's so many like set photos and things like explain, like it's just so interesting how much has come out about it and like how popular it really is. And it was written by so many people. It's expected to come out in 2022, and there's so much money went into it, and time and effort from like all the articles posted. It's just like crazy. And there's like some other fan films like called Lotus, but a lot like this is like the big one, and there's been a lot of talk about it, and some interesting like posters as well, like Spider-Man Lotus was like crawling through a thing of pictures, which is kind of like the thumbnail of this video, or the CGI shot in the trailer, or some of those things. Like those are things that or like the fake Andrew Garfield like shot like that. Those are all shots that you kind of wonder like what is happening. And the suit does look amazing, and some of those posters do reveal a lot. But I'm going to try and stay really focused on this topic and what's going to go down with it. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is a talk about Spider-Man Lotus and what's going to go down next for it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.